Alright, welcome back to a Right Nice Pint. It's James here with another review. God, I nearly broke the fucking chair I'm sitting on anyway. Don't know if you heard that. We're on the Perfect Draft system again today, guys, with thanks to the beergals.com, the Perfect Draft suppliers for the Republic of Ireland and also supplier of the kegs as well. Huge selection, which is getting bigger and better all the time, as well as the value on each of the kegs as well is improving all the time too. And with all your purchases, you're building up hops that you can use in your next purchase, and etc. etc. The value is getting better all the time. And I know they're always coming up with new ideas to just bring down those bring down the cost of each keg for you, because obviously look at it. If you're having a drink at home, you want to be getting good value as well. So Perfect Draft, obviously by Phillips and AB InBev, they kind of collaborated on this system, and the machines have, I'm not going to say gone, sales-wise went through the bloody roof over the last 18 months. Every second household have this. I know lots of people in the Republic of Ireland that have this. I know lots of people that have come to me and said, oh, I've seen your channel and I've, based on your recommendations, I've been buying this for my Perfect Draft. I'm like, say, you got one of these at your house as well, have you? Like Mary, who goes to Mass on a Sunday, has one of these in her house now. You know, like this is what we're talking about. You know, everybody has got one of these machines almost now. So we are on, and this is quite a strange one for me because I have this and I've had it loaded there for a couple of days and I've had a couple of drinks out of it, but I haven't had the chance to do the review yet because with it being the weekend, I was working and whatnot. I was out one night and I was working the rest of it, so I didn't really get a chance to get around to doing a proper review on it. But this is, I hope I'm saying this right, Diebels. It's from Germany and it's a lager slash ale. So apparently this is a hybrid. This is in between the two. So I don't know how this works. But anyway, fortunately, this is what they say, the beer gals. Fortunately, the craft beer world recognised the rich flavours and complexity of this copper-coloured beer. It is characteristically crisp and clear tasting, almost lager-like, and frankly delicious. Alt beer, or alt beer, is a hybrid between an ale and a lager, and is the only alt beer, or alt beer, on Perfect Draft. This keg comes in at €41.30. If you factor in the €5 deposit, which you get back after you return the keg, it works out at €3.30 per pint of this. So I actually going to pour an actual pint of this, and I will be back to you in just a jiffy. So just hold your horses there. We get a pint of Diebels on the PD. So, while I'm pouring this anyway, how was your weekend, guys? Did you have a good weekend? I hope you had a good weekend, whatever it is you were getting up to there the last couple of days. Any beers you want to tell me about to try on the channel? Let me know. This is me trying to fill time. But anyway, there we have it. So, this is Diebels, Diebels. I have no idea how to pronounce it. And as you can see, it's filled perfectly to a pint. So it is, yes, copper coloured. That's exactly what they said on the Beer Gals notes there. It is copper coloured. It's that kind of like copper and colour, dark, kind of a, in between the old brown, in between like a, it's like a Coca-Cola colour actually as well. You know, it's like, you can see through it. It's not particularly hazy. It's actually see-through for that colour, so you can actually see through it. Not much carbonation, little bit of carbonation. The head is dissipating quite quickly here on me at the minute. I've got a one-finger head standing at this right now. On the nose, God, I'm not getting a whole lot really. Hold on. Yeah, to be honest, next to nothing really on the nose, which is disappointing. Nothing at all. I don't know why that is. I'm not getting a whole lot on the nose, to be honest, but let's dig straight in. I never did the percentage. It's 4.9%. Okay, 4.9% ABV. This one. For me, this is very easy to drink. Straight up, it's very light. There is some, what they say, complexity of flavors there. So it's light like a lager. I will say that it's light like a lager. The flavors that I'm getting is, it's actually hard to decipher it. Hold on a second. Okay. It is, yes. It is one of those in-between ones, isn't it? I was saying alt beer and alt beer. It's in between the lager and the ale. So you're getting that malty sweetness that you get. I'm leaning towards the ale side of things and towards the malty sweetness that you're getting. And of course you're getting that because look at the colour of the beer. You have to be getting that. Yes. Notes of toffee. A bit of toffee, caramel kind of a flavour there. Maybe a bit of raisin there as well. But it's really refreshing, like a lager. You know, like, even though, look at ales are ales can be refreshing too, of course. But this is quite light. It's got those flavours, but there's a real lightness to this too when it's going down. And I don't know, is that what they mean, whether it's like a lager? So, like, I'm trying to decipher that myself, like, so, it tastes clean. It's going down really easy. It is refreshing. It has got that kind of a, you know, if you're, this may or may not be entirely accurate, but it's entirely up to you to give this a try. If you're a Smithwick's drinker, and you're looking for something to try in the perfect draft, this is probably a good one. I don't see a huge difference in flavour, to be honest. However, there is, I think, I don't know what Smithwick's is on a, because I know people in the Republic of Ireland are like, can I get Smithwick's in the perfect draft? Well, no, you can't, but you can get something that might be a little bit like it. This for me isn't too far away. It's like that. It's got that Smithwick's kind of a flavour profile to it. It's like a red ale, really. It's got that kind of but it is, you know, as I say, it's a bit crisper, cleaner tasting. You know, it's going down quite. It's clean going down. There's a little bit more flavour. There's certainly, actually, you know what, I should say this. There's more flavour profile to this than a Smithwick's, but it's very close. It's got those notes that you'd associate with something like Smithwick's, definitely there, but just that stronger. Back end, there isn't much bitterness in this at all. That's just next to nothing in terms of bitterness. It's just kind of like, you get that toasted malt flavour there of the caramel toffee type notes there, maybe a little bit of raisin or something, and then it kind of just I was not going to say water away, but just kind of just tails off, and there isn't really a big bitterness on the back end or anything like that. So it goes down that way like a lager, like it just goes on the back end straight down, grand. You know, it's a good beer. It's a good beer. It's not top of my list, but there's a market for people that. There's certainly people that will probably have this really high on their list. It will be, you know, anyone that is a Smithwick's red ale type drinker will love this on Perfect Draft. This is something I'm sure my dad would love this. It is a little bit stronger in flavour, but I think it is the kind of drink that my dad would love on the Perfect Draft. So, yes. So for me, it's actually, let me see, it's not my style, but then again, it's not all about what style is my style. But it's not something I'd personally be rushing back for. But I certainly know there is people out there that are going to love this beer. So it is a 7 out of 10 from me. And one of the reasons I'm doing that is because when I'm looking at the other beers that are out there available on this machine, and because, let's face it, on the Perfect Draft, there's so many high quality beers on it. And we're talking lagers, Belgian beers, German beers. You're talking about some really high quality, good stuff on there, like IPAs and whatnot. A lot more work probably has gone into some of the other beers, but without any disrespect to Diebels, but I think that this is certainly got a market there. There's people that will absolutely love this beer, so if you're into your red ales, try this. Diebels or Diebels or Diebels, I don't know how to pronounce that. It's a 7 out of 10 from a right nice pint. If you've had this yourself, comment on the video, let me know what your thoughts are on it. Give the review a like if you've enjoyed it. Share it as well. Maybe someone else might like to come along and have a look at some of the content we have on there. If you'd like to try this and you're in the Republic of Ireland, remember SuperiorGals.com. They're the Irish suppliers of Perfect Draft kegs and Perfect Draft machines. So go check out Rosalind and Georgina there, who run a fantastic service as well. So that is it for me for a Right Nice Pint for today. We'll see you soon for a Right Nice Pint.